Hey Pectus Warriors, it's Riley Byrne from FixPectus.com. In today's video, I want to talk about why you're probably not getting results in the gym if you're trying to build muscle to make your pectus less noticeable. And look, there's a myriad of reasons why you may not be getting results in the gym. Not following a proper program, not doing the exercises properly, too much chest, not enough back, not stretching. But probably the biggest thing that I find is the most common thing that stops people from getting the best results in the gym is they're not doing anything for their nutrition. Okay, people will work out, but they won't pay attention to the nutrition, and they are both just as important as each other. And so I wanted to make this video to talk about what you should be doing with your nutrition and how you eat to build muscle. And this is something I program for all my clients, and it's so important, and was something that when I dialed in really just helped me accelerate my results drastically. You know, for pectus, to make it less noticeable, we need to build a really impressive physique, a lean muscular physique, and building key muscles. And you can't build a really impressive lean muscular physique without a good nutrition strategy. And so for nutrition, the biggest things that it comes down to is calories, which is energy. Okay, so you need to be consuming the appropriate amount of calories. Okay, and so if you're skinny, you need to be eating more calories than you burn, more energy than you burn, in order to gain weight and have the fuel to build muscle. Or on the vice versa, if you're overweight and that's accentuating your pectus, then you need to be consuming less calories so you lose weight. And the other important element is protein. Protein is the building blocks of your muscle. It's very important you have a high protein intake when you're training to build your muscle up and repair the muscle tissue after you train and create that response. So what I want to show you guys is how to actually track your calories and protein, because for my clients, for the best results, you want numbers, you want to track things. So there's no guessing, okay? It makes it a science. And so I teach my clients to track their calories, and it's something that I did for years to get me an amazing result. It's not something you should do forever because it's not sustainable, but it's something you should do while you're on the path of this transformation to understand more about food. And then after a while, you'll be able to eat intuitively and create the right decisions. But whilst you're wanting to get a good transformation, I'd highly recommend tracking your calories. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to go track my breakfast right now. So I'm going to share my screen and run you through a process of me tracking a morning meal and give you some tips and tricks on how to track efficiently. I go to my app, Pectus PT, and then every day when you log into the app, it'll say things to do. And so you'll see your training, your stretching, and your nutrition. And so you just click either the plus button and press meal, or you just click on the nutrition tab and then you go add meal. And so we're going to add a meal. It might ask you to take a photo, which I'd recommend you do. So I'm going to take a photo of all my ingredients. Boom. For breakfast, I'm going to have oats. You have to weigh your food. You have to weigh all the individual portions to track accurately, right? So you set the scale to 0, put your bowl on, and then here I'm going to pour the oats in. I had 108 grams of oats. Within my app, I'm going to search quick oats, change the portion from cup to gram, and then say I had 108 servings of that. And then you press the tick button, review, and then it's there. And then you're going to add more food. Okay, now the next ingredient we're going to add is oat milk. And so what I've got done is I've just opened the barcode scanner, and I'm going to take a photo of the barcode. Okay, now it popped up on the screen. I press next up the top right. It's not very visible, but it's up the top right. And then I've added the oat milk. I need to weigh out how much I'm going to have of the oat milk. So I've set the scale back to 0. And now I'm pouring the oat milk. All right, so that's 274 grams or mils of oat milk. So I'm going to adjust the serving to 274. And that's those two things. Now for oats, what I do is I just simply put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. Now, while the oats are cooking in the microwave, I'm gonna add my next ingredient, which is a banana. Okay, now this was just a small banana, so I'm not gonna bother weighing it. I mean, if you really want to be super accurate, but a lot of you guys don't track because you say it's time consuming. So I'd recommend, just little things like that. Just add 1 banana or 1 tablespoon. It doesn't have to be to the exact gram. We just want to be tracking our food and getting an overall picture and being within 10% of the calorie and protein targets that I give to you. So I've got to add more food. Now this time I'm going to search for it, banana, and I'm going to say 1 small banana, and I'm going to tick that. The next ingredient to add is going to be peanut butter. So I've got the scale set to 0 again. And I'm gonna get a big spoonful. Peanut butter is really calorically dense, so I would actually recommend you weigh peanut butter to the gram for the exact amount you're having. I just added 50 grams of peanut butter. Now, again, it's a product with a barcode, so I'm gonna use the barcode scanner. I'm gonna take a photo of my peanut butter. It came up. Then I press next, and I'm gonna change the portion from 1 tablespoon to 50 grams, okay? And then the last ingredient I'm gonna add is my protein powder. Okay, so it's important we're getting protein in our meals. So add more food. Again, it's a product with a barcode. So I'm gonna go take a photo of the barcode, wherever it is. Here it is. Next. And 1 serving, which is 1 scoop, which is what I'm gonna add to the meal. All right, so that's the finished product. Easy go-to meal, it took me no time to make, easy to track, just a few ingredients. And now to finish logging the meal, you just press up the top right, you just press log. Now I've got a really handy tip for you guys when it comes to tracking your food. Okay, the first big tip is using the barcode scanner, which I just showed. The next big tip is saving meals to your favorites in my app. And so by saving a meal, rather than having to weigh this, then tomorrow, if I have the exact same portions, the exact same meal with the exact ingredients, I can just go from my favorites, okay? Which makes it really easy. Press the three dots next to the meal, and you're gonna go save to favorites. And here I'm gonna go protein, oats, banana, and PB. All right, so now that meal has been saved to my favorites. And so tomorrow, if I go to track, I'll go to track a meal. So the default is it brings you to create meal, but what you wanna go to is favorites. And then here you'll see protein, oats, banana, and PB. You can click on it to see all the ingredients, and then you just press the top right little dot, and then you press log. And then I just logged that meal for tomorrow. So that way you can have your favorites in the app and not have to track it all the time, which I recommend. I recommend you meal prep, eat the same things. It makes it way easier to be adherent and consistent and track. It makes tracking way easier. So guys, I hope this was helpful and gave you some insight into how to track. Yeah, the biggest key takeaways is use the barcode scanner, eat the same things, save your meals as a favorite so you can copy it from all your days, so you don't have to track it individually each time. And just make sure you weigh out all the portions, and you choose the serving size as like a gram, and then you add, like let's say it's 108 grams, you make it 108 servings of 1 gram. Yeah, so handy tips, guys. Tracking is so important. Truly, it was the biggest game changer for me. So make sure you start doing that and utilizing it.